Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Just going to do some sound tests and confirm that that's true. While we get set up here, I am coding for doing a GiveCamp this year, which is pretty cool because I haven't done that before. This is also my first time trying to stream, as you can tell. So right now, I'm adjusting the levels on my background music so that hopefully you can hear me. Hi! Oh my gosh, there's people in here. Yeah. Does anybody know how to, I'm in OBS right now and I'm trying to figure out the background music. I did not know anybody else was actually in here. So thank you for hanging out with me while I figure this out. Let me see if I can figure this out here. So for Jim, I'm using my this thing. Yeah, the lavalier, the Go mic. So I was trying to test this out before I actually started streaming because I was sure that something like this would happen. And I did the Twitch test stream and it just did not do the thing. So I'll just pause this for a moment so it's a little easier for me to do the thing. You can try putting it a little closer to you. I did move it up a little bit. This is as far as it goes. All right, let's see if I can ground music lower. I'm gonna see if I can beg for help from my partner here. He said, sure. Ooh, maybe this will do it. So this is what I was trying to muck with here. This is Jim, by the way. So this is the background music. And I had it like all the way down there. Let's see if I can play it here.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
It's just the...
Do the no words.
No words? Yeah. So
Can
they
you
were...
set something on your... Can you show them back your Mac settings?
So this was, they were saying maybe do a gain filter on it, so I turned that down. I don't know if that's helped at all.
Gain. Oh. And your mic.
Gain on my mic?
Yeah.
Like here? I think it's on the inside. Like that?
Yeah. Down a little bit.
Look at this teeny little, itty bitty little thing.
You use your test cam. Which camera are you using?
I'm, this one. The good one.
No. Because the other camera's on too.
Oh, is it?
See?
Oh, look at that! Yeah, as you can tell, I'm really good at this. So I turned it up a little bit.
Well, I can't tell upstairs. I also turned up the volume itself.
Okay. How do... Oh, it's not gonna go back in. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh my goodness, you are so sweet. Thank you, Marwin. I really appreciate it. I feel like such a dope right now. Is this getting any better? I'm trying to, if you're curious what I'm doing here. Oh my gosh, look at that. So this is the OBS settings that I'm messing with, and I'm like trying to turn down the decibels in there. Okay, oh my gosh. Goodness, all right. Can you go upstairs and... Thank you. I love you. It is a thing. Learning new stuff. My goodness. So I'm just gonna wait for for Jim to confirm that that's all set, and then I'll get on with what I'm doing and what I'm actually supposed to be doing tonight, which is coding for New England GiveCamp. Much better. Oh, thank goodness. Is it good enough that I can share with the New England GiveCamp folks? See, now, because I'm communicating with him in Slack, now I can see how long the delay is, which is pretty fun. Yeah, okay. Cool. Awesome. That actually wasn't so bad. All right, I can do this. I can totally do this. All right, so getting on with what I'm actually here to do. So what I'm doing tonight is I am participating in New England GiveCamp, which, as you can tell, I really zoomed out pretty far in here. So this is New England GiveCamp, newenglandgivecamp.org, and what this is it's a yearly event that my partner Jim, who you just saw, has been participating in for years, probably about a decade now. I'm going to send this out to the chat just so everybody has it. And what it does is it partners volunteers from all over New England with all kinds of amazing organizations in the New England area oftentimes, but also around the world. Like we've got somebody from Puerto Rico this year. So I'm lucky enough to have been assigned to Boston Volunteers. So Boston Volunteers is an organization that connects, it's like levels of volunteers, right? Oh my goodness. Connects different volunteers from around the Boston area to different volunteer organizations. So you sign up as a volunteer, and then what you do is you can host your own events, you can work with other volunteer groups around the area. It's a really, really cool organization, and I'm so excited. So my job this year, what I'm doing and my partner Jim is doing off to the side here, is we're going to redesign their website over the weekend. And my goal tonight is to get through the IA and the wireframes for the site. So just to give you kind of an overview for anybody who's listening in here, this is what the Boston Volunteer site looks like right now. They're just looking for really an update and a refresh on this. Some of the content is kind of out of date, and I can talk more about how we're going to build it later. But as you can see, one of the things that I think we were talking and we were brainstorming about what we could do with this, and one of the main things they're looking to do is regrow the organization so that they can take on more volunteers, because it's gotten kind of small with COVID. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And I'm just going to start by just popping into XD here. I'm just going to make a new. Just a new thing. And just get down some of my initial thoughts from earlier on, so I don't forget them. One of the things that I think I need here, I got a couple of to-do list items here. One of them was to update the logo. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. So sometimes when you're working with different groups or a client or something like that, in this case working with Boston Volunteers. Oh, okay, so we've got Boston Volunteer, my apologies. One thing that you might get is sometimes you'll get a flat logo, sometimes you'll get an EPS. I'm so excited because they had an EPS this time, but it looks like the last designer updated it a little bit. So my first task, I think, is to just get this updated and right along with that. So there's a few things I need to do here. The goal is to get it basically to that. So it looks like there's a little bit of a different typeface. and then a little bit of a different background here. I actually kind of like a lot of what's going on here, so I'm going to leave some of it. For the purposes of the web version, this is, actually, as long as I'm in here, I really ought to fix this typo, huh? There we go. Yeah, that looks right. So this is good for this purpose, but what I want to do is I want to get that background in there again, because I kind of like that. Like I like a lot of what's going on in this version of the logo. I think the balance in this one is a little bit better. And then, but I also really like the typeface in this one. So I'm gonna see if I can find a good medium here. Just so we have all our assets together. I'm gonna put this off to the side, just as an original. Turn on my keystrokes so you can see. Oh, look at that. It's all one big group. I can tell because it's selecting everything. So I'll do a Shift Command G so that they don't show up together. Oh, that's looking nice. So I'm just looking to make this roughly equal around all sides here. And then the other thing is we want the lockup from over here. So I really like how this is kind of coming right along the side there. Group those. Just hold Shift to make sure things are good. Oh, I hate bits. Not aligned exactly here. Let's try a guide to get that a little better. View. Oh, this is the worst when this happens. Nope, that didn't make it any better. That was the worst idea. Sometimes Illustrator tries to be helpful and it's really not. There we go. Goodness. That was a pain. Okay. That feels pretty good. And then let's just bring this. Is this one good? Let's just bring this down in line. Let me keep this off to the side just in case I want to return to it, but I think I want to have this come down a bit. Since this is going up a little bit, we'll increase the size of this. Yeah, that's good. I take off my glasses sometimes to get a sense of the visual balance of things. It's a really handy way to do it. What should we do with this tagline? guess we can leave it there for now. All right, so that's in pretty good shape. I'm not going to spend too much time here because I've got other things I gotta do. Let's duplicate this artboard so we have a second version of the logo with the original, and then oh, this feels really wide now. Feels too wide. Maybe I should have it aligned more with this here. Let's try that. Oh, much better. Okay. Group that, get it nice and centered. And I'm just going to pop this over here. And also, well, you know what? I need to center to the artboard. Where's my aligned to artboard? Okay, are you on the right artboard? Yep. Maybe it was just having a bad day. Nope, that was a bad idea. There we go. So what I was doing there was kind of optically aligning things because there's more weight on this side. You adjust the alignment a little bit to make it look good and balanced. I might come back to it later, but this is perfectly good. And I should start up a Boston Volunteers folder here. EB-new WPS. This is fine. So eventually in the website, the best type of graphic I can use here, this is the version I'm going to use, and the best file format for this is going to be an SVG. So that's saved for web. My gosh, it's because it's late at night here. Well, you can see up in my thing, it's 11:30, so we're going to use artboards and just export this out. And over here, my Boston Volunteers, there's my first one and my second one. Perfect. So those will be really helpful to me when I actually go to build the website. But for now, let's get those back into XD. Let's see if I can just pop this in here. Now I'm not doing design just yet. I'm doing wireframes, but it does help me to have at least the correct logo in. Get a feel for that white space. All right, so I know we want some sort of banner image up here. I'm gonna check my notes and see what else we were talking about. I have my notes here. I write them. Here's what happens. I get all the way to the end of the notebook. This is the end. And then what I did, but was because I completely ran out of space in the middle of this meeting, was I turned it upside down and went that way. So that's where my life's at now. All right, so I'm gonna grab some copy. I have a document off to the side that's not terribly interesting looking, but it does have a little bit for us to start working with. So that goes on the hero image. So that's good for the hero image. As I'm wireframing this out, I need to think about the next couple of goals we have here. So one of the main goals of Boston Volunteers is that they really want to expand their organizer base. So I'm going to just lay out a couple of these. Actually, no, I could use a repeat grid for this. Call out one. And do a little. CTA here. Let's make this bold and a little bit bigger. The point of wireframes isn't to do design, but you do need enough to show hierarchy. The point is to show content needs and hierarchy, so you do want a little bit, just not much. Let's group those, do a repeat grid. Now we have bunches of them. Okay, up next, I need to figure out an IA. So over here we have a few things to start with: home, events, join the team, and about us. We're not going to do home. That's a pretty obvious one. People know how to get home using the logo. That's not something we have to tell people how to do. Events, join us, and about us. When we were talking today, we were also talking about a couple of different possible new pages that we could use. So let me see if I can find those. Oh no, they're gone. Boo. Wonder if I can see the... I wonder if I took good notes. I did. Okay. So two things that a charity can do really well, or the good charities do well, are storytelling and showing progress, showing goals. So one thing that we talked about in our kickoff meeting was, how do we show goals? How do we show priorities? What's our mission statement look like? Our story and our goals are they're kind of like, the R language is really friendly. So that will help us build a relationship with the visitor to the site. And that's what we really want to do. We want to build relationships so that the visitor to the site is hopefully inspired to ideally become an organizer and help grow Boston Volunteers. So we need those two, but we also need the more tactical stuff. So here's upcoming events. This is going to pull from their Meetup page, is what our hope is. And then thinking about our calls to action here, we have something for organizing. So I'm gonna pull this off to the side. I need to think a little bit. As an organizer. Because this is so small, I'm not doing it in the way I would normally do an IA, which is in Excel or like in a sheet or something like that. It's a really teeny tiny site and we're in a hackathon, so. We've really got two kinds of people who can join in, or organizers and volunteers. About Us is already covered by the art story and our goals. I wonder if this joining as a volunteer is different from upcoming events. Here's join the team, here's events. Yeah, how do you... So here's our meetup page. So let's think about the user flow here. I'm coming to Boston Volunteers, and I don't know how to get involved. Let's find out what that looks like. So part of, right now, I would not go to this site right now because unfortunately it's redirecting to other sites right now. The site got hacked, so that's part of why we're redesigning it. So we'll talk about that more later in build. But for right now, if you see any sort of redirecting-y looking thing, I would recommend having an ad blocker when you go to this site. Responsibilities. So join the team could be confusing because we have two ways that you can participate. Like, can you just show up in an event? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh. I wouldn't have expected this. So this is to get, not to volunteer. That might be confusing. I wonder if you can organize events by like type at Meetup. This is cool. So this one's about fixing bikes. So a lot of design is actually doing this type of research, really understanding what the group does or what your client does, and then trying to translate it in a way that you're almost like a translator when you're a designer. Translate it to somebody who knows nothing about it and do it really simply. So this is something that we talked about in the kickoff, but what I'm seeing as I'm reading this is that this is really, the intention here is to make it really easy to volunteer. Like really remove the barriers of training, of costs, of all those things that sometimes come with volunteering, and just make it so you can hopefully drop by an event. So I might actually rephrase upcoming events in a way that makes that a little more clear and action oriented. But maybe I don't have to do that in the IA. Let's do find an event. I don't know what to do with those yet, but that's okay. Maybe I'd be better off writing the calls to action first. I think I have a better handle on that. All right, help us organize. There's gotta be a better way to do this. There we go. This isn't the best copy for that, but that's okay. Aw, you can't see it outside there. That's okay, I'll put it up here. It's a note. I should definitely add categories. So what's I'll do that after the stream tonight. I literally just set up Twitch today. So this whole OBS, the whole streaming thing, I literally just set it up. So I'm definitely still learning, and I don't think I've even filled out my bio on Twitch. Oh, it's gonna be a few. I feel like I need a helper with this sort of thing. But that's okay. That's what I get for throwing this together at the last minute. But I really wanted to share my design process and kind of show people what it looks like to do something start to finish like this. All right, so mission statement or question content goes on this. The question is interesting. So a lot of charities phrase their stuff as mission statements, but the idea of a question actually came from Josh, the person I'm working with. And I really liked it because it really challenges you to, like, how can we connect volunteers to organizations? I think is a really, like, it's really improvement oriented, right? And I really liked that. All right, so organization was the, like, here, need more organizers. I don't even have to put in real copy here. I don't know why I'm focusing so much on that. So that's the first goal, need more organizers. The second is to connect volunteers with events. If you're not interested in that, what would the next thing be? How we got here, where we're going. So these are all going to map to like whatever we end up calling join as an organizer, whatever we call join as a volunteer. Our story, that'll go with how we got here, and then where we're going will go with our goals. And content feels a little bit thin though. Like it could use something. Oh, you know what we need? We need COVID stuff. That's definitely going to be something people want to know about. So let's just make this bigger. You know what I wish XD had? A lorem ipsum in it. All the other Adobe programs have it, and I don't. It really bums me out. If XD does have it, I've forgotten where it's at. Here we go. Too big. I'll do 18. Shoot. Okay. All right, first thing we're gonna do, since I'm about to start duplicating this and making repeatable stuff, is we're gonna make this component so that we don't have to keep updating it everywhere. We're gonna call it navigation. So now when I go and take this artboard, let's say this is the home page. Make this our story page. This actually feels like a better call to action for our story page. Or not call to action, but a better title. And at some point I'll add character styles for these just so that... Actually, I really should do that now. Right here. 36. That'll be like our banner title font. We're going to call these H1, H2, just so we remember what they are. Oh, oops. Wrong one. 48. There we go. And 48 times 1.2, 57. So we're going to use this as a starting point. So I'm going to just grab that so I don't forget it. I'm going to give this a read through in a few minutes when I've had a moment to read through it. Okay, 1822, that's pretty good. Rename body copy. Key. Can you really not rearrange these? There we go. All right, so if I'm thinking about what the Our Story page should be doing, the goal of this page is to get people to join. So we should have a call to action at the bottom here to join in. What else might we need here? You know what we need? We need the So an idea we had during the meeting was to kind of pay homage to some of the people who helped us get here. And also companies. And then these two will bring you back up to whatever's going on up there. I still haven't figured out the right call to action for that. It's okay. All right, so here's our story. Just while I'm thinking about it. This can go here. All right, and let's see what. So this is what we've got for mission statement or mission questions. So because there's so few of these, I think we're gonna have kind of like one area dedicated to each. Could maybe even do something fun like this. It's a little early for layout, but that's okay. And take out these calls to action. That's not really the point of this page. I don't know if this is the right line for this. But I feel like something about like pushing ourselves further or, you know, like reaching, something like that. Maybe I can start by rephrasing some of these. It's not bad for a first shot. And then maybe under each of these we could have like a action items checklist. This would be really cool, like if you could outline your plan, right? So this wouldn't be a literal checklist in the same way that you might think of like a UI element checklist. This is more like a design element to get people thinking about how they can be a part of this. So we're going to make this a component too. I just thought this was such a cool idea. Phrasing it like questions. And then each of these here. It would be really cool if you could say, I can help with this. Because then what you could do is this could take you back over to the organizing page. and get you into that flow. That would be really cool. All right, so let's connect this up with this. It's not a very good H2 style, is it? It's really big. Good thing it's not styling time yet. Ooh, and do this again. There is a way to, I think I see it. There we go, perfect. So that padding, what it does is it equalizes the padding around everything and makes it so that when you retype something, the rest of the button will go with it. So actually, I would like all of these to have these buttons too. This needs more context. So the trouble with being an organizer is that I'm concerned that as a user, organizer sounds like such an official term. People might be intimidated by it and might not realize that you don't have to necessarily have a lot of experience to be an organizer. In fact, technically, I helped organize this year's GiveCamp, and I have next to no experience with this sort of thing. So it really doesn't take much. It just takes a small commitment each week. So maybe we can do a couple types of organizers here. We'll just leave this as get involved. Like I said, I'm still not sold on that language because I really want to make it clear what kinds of maybe it's help us grow. Let's see what general volunteer, outreach champion. actually. I'll use the body copy. I'm thinking that this is where we can put a little bit more context around becoming a volunteer. Oh. Yeah, I can't use organized twice like that. That's not gonna work. You know what? It's okay if it looks like this for now. I just need copy. I don't need to know the design yet. That's what I gotta keep telling myself here. I'm an event get involved. Even like this can change. I mean, that's wireframes in an IA. I should probably do, I need to do 2 more here. I should do find an event. I need to talk this one over with Jim, my partner, because he's going to know what we can pull from the Meetup API. But it'd be really cool if we could filter by topic. Let's take a look at Meetup and see what this looks like. All right, so upcoming events. It's hard to design stuff if you don't know what data you're getting back. The easiest would be to just embed what's going on in here, down in here. And I think I want to design most of this in the browser, to be honest. All right, so I'm just gonna make this a repeat grid. Just pull in a bunch of those. It's pretty quick to put together wireframes in here. It's really nice, actually. Maybe we don't even need that. I want to put in a filter here because I love filters. Ooh, there's a calendar view. That's kind of cool. That might actually be useful. I want to put in a filter because I'm a designer and I like to have fun, but it's not actually that practical here because there's not too many different events happening, and there's not too many events in general, so why don't we prototype a quick little and there may be better ways to do this nowadays, but last time I checked, you just had to kind of make 2 screens to make this happen. We'll make ourselves a little toggly button. There we go. don't know if I'm sold on this UI element yet, but that's okay. I just need to know that I need something to toggle between two views. That's all I really need for the purposes of wireframes. It'd be better if I knew exactly what the UI element was going to be, but I'm not formally handing this off to anybody, so I think it'll be okay. I'm probably going to be building quite a lot of this right in code. Let's see if we can get this. Oops, wrong way. Listing is what I want. Listing to go here, here, calendar to go here. Good. All those connections are still there too. Okay, what's that leave left? I don't have too much more left for tonight. I gotta find an event, so get involved. Get involved's a really important page. I'm not gonna copy that one. I'm gonna copy this one. Gent, get involved. Can't type it all today. Involved. Get rid of all this nonsense. Oh, just, I wanted to get rid of the whole component. Good, my goodness. All right, so we definitely need a paragraph up here that's like, in prototype mode. It's like, why do I keep seeing the arrows? Then we're gonna have positions. I really ought to just change this. There we go. Ooh, we could have a commitment level. That would be cool. So general volunteer would be low commitment. Say outreach champion. Remember. Let's make these about what you're doing. Donate your skills. I like that. Because that's essentially what a social media manager would be doing here. Let's put in some buttons. Then we could have some sort of like fun scale here. Just mark it down like this. Oops, this one. This needs to be shortened, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, so this get involved should point over there. Did this never get... I don't think it got linked down to the... Okay, Well, if I've got this right. Oh, I never linked to the homepage. That's quite silly. Can you link to yourself in XD? Is that a thing? No. No, of course it's not. All right, when I tap, that's not messy at all. Can I have this go back home? No, but it doesn't pick it up on the rest of it. Oh, it's super annoying. Into home. XD. Link to same artboard. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what it's saying. So main nav component. Bring it down here. That's clever, actually. That's really cool. So the problem is that Adobe XD by default won't let you link to its own artboard. So the workaround, the solution, is to just keep it off an artboard. All right, so there. Why don't these click now? Really? Oh, I never updated. Oh, there we go. No, our story's up there. Our story, our goals, find that I get involved. What if I just did this? That might work. There we go. Involved. I should connect those callouts up too, so that we can get a feel for how this works out. Okay, so need more organizers should go to get involved. Get involved is over here. Events should go to here. How we got here is our story, and where we're going is our goals. Oh my gosh, I haven't saved this yet. Wow. Wow, that is an extreme move on my part. Oops. I shouldn't be allowed to design this late at night. This is a terrible idea. New England GiveCamp. Boston. Volunteer. Okay. Let's try this again. Boston volunteer. No, I didn't connect those up either. Ideally, the join the board would go to something. Oh, we don't have an organize an event page.
I don't have a lot of patience for people who feel like they're downloading from the cosmos. You know, just like, that's how it came out. Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear. Where you're just grateful for any idea that comes along. And you don't want to change it because you don't know how.
That'll just be like a basic text kind of page. Well, it's not pretty, but it does the job. It shows where the content holes are. I really wish I could write some copy on this, but I don't think I have the brain space to do it. I'm just going to go through and clean these up a little. So it's a little clearer. Date link. Thank you, Marwin. So Marwin just said, "This is so nice." And it just made me happy, which is good because I am a very tired person right now. I think I'm actually coming up to where I need to take a break. This isn't even like it's not nice yet. It'll get there. It'll be really nice when I'm done. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm sitting here waiting for feedback from Jen. What I could do is I could start picking up some let's get this out of the way. Some style board elements. So one of the things that we talked about really liking was charity water. I love this site, by the way. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit so everybody can see it a little bit better. Like, look at this moving background. It's beautiful. They do a really good job of showing off their like what they've done and like their impact on everything. So as I think about this, we need a place to show what some of that impact is. So I think that should go back on the home page. So we got the main goal up here. Maybe we can put this down here. don't know whether this should be second or first priority, but I'm gonna create a stories CTA in here because we don't really have that yet. So the challenge, there's some really cool stories for this one. Like somebody, they helped somebody who basically lived in Boston like gain skills for employment, which is so cool. So those are the kind of stories that go up here. So normally where Charity Water would have like big numbers to support, actually Boston Volunteers had some too, so like we could put that there. And put a little COVID note down here, and that feels pretty good. Yeah. Thank you, Marwin. I appreciate it. So one thing that I have to figure out is how I can keep this restream chat, like where I can see it. Because this is definitely something I'm still trying to figure out. My second monitor, which you can't see here, has all my supporting documentation and all my stuff that I'm using to help with this. And I just keep missing things from it because I have all my other browsers and stuff up. All right, I'm gonna think about this a little bit. Let's turn off my keystrokes here too so you can't see all my chat stuff. I think my partner Jim is watching this on delay, and I was like, why'd you say whoops? And I just realized it's because I called him out being like I'm waiting on his feedback. You're okay, Jim. Cool. Yeah, hopefully this find an event stuff works. I didn't actually look at the API close enough to know if this is possible. We'll see. I mean, it's a hackathon, so what's a hackathon without completely not knowing for sure? If we have to, what we can do is we can fall back to a simple listing. That's not so hard. This is kind of like a nice to have. The rest of the stuff is totally achievable. And a lot of this is going to be just graphics and making stuff that's really nice. Ooh, right, so I was going to do some of this kind of footery stuff down here. So I'm just going to put a note for that. I really want to get into design. I want to get into looking for videos like this and stuff. So Unsplash is probably the first place I'm going to check. And then I think there's some like video that is kind of like Unsplash, like it doesn't require the monies. But I can't remember where it is now. Oh, let's see. What's the word I'm looking for here? It's not open source. I really want it to be open source, but it's not. I don't think it's royalty free, maybe? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Free stock videos, Pexels, that's what I was thinking of. These are interesting. I don't know if any of these are like volunteer ones though. Oh no, these are all a little too stocky. Oh, look at this lettuce. Oh, okay, so I was gonna make a joke about this, but actually I think this could work really well. This might be a good thing to clip together. Because they were just doing a food bank sort of thing, right? So like, that might not be, that actually might be exactly the type of video we're looking for. Let me just grab this from over here. All right, let's try that again. All right, we're gonna heart that lettuce video. Oh, this is super cool. This is exactly what we need because we can't use stuff with people's faces in it. It's too specific. And we don't want anything too location specific either. Because then you'll know it's not Boston, which is not what we want. But this is exactly what I need. I wonder if there's puppy. Oh. Oh, this is so much more fun than wireframes. Oh, she got to take her home. Oh, I think that one gets a heart just because puppies. I like this one too. That's a good close-up. I think you get a heart. What if I just made this entire website full of puppies? Would that be okay? Oh, Pixabay is a great suggestion. No one would notice if it was all puppies, right? That'd be totally fine. Reaching with plants. Let's see if we can find something a little less. This is cool. This looks like fishing something out of a river. That might work. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, I like this overhead shot. I don't know if we have many overhead shots yet. This is cool, but maybe not urban enough, I'm not sure. Or Boston-y enough. So part of the reason why we can't use real photos is that we don't have photo releases from the people who have participated in past events. So it would be really, it'd be really disrespectful to use their likeness for marketing without asking them. And because we're in a hackathon, we don't really have time to ask them. So that, and it would be really hard to get professional video like this on such short notice. This is kind of cool. What's this? Recycling sorting? I like this one. I'm trying to get a good variety in here. Oh, puppy! I wonder if they have any rabbit videos in here. I can go off topic for a minute, right? Let's see if... Oh my Oh, so cute. This one. Oh, maybe I can put in the Konami code that switches some of these to rabbits. Oh my god! Did you see that little Snoop come up there? Oh, I can't handle this. Oh, I bet this one's eating a flower. It's eating a flower! Oh, I'm gonna cry. They're so cute. This one, I bet they're grooming each other. Oh, they're totally grooming each other. Oh my god, there's 3 of them! Oh, that's cute. Ooh, look at this quality loaf. Okay, this is not what I'm here for. Alright, so volunteer. Volunteer's okay, but like I'm really looking for close-up shots of like doing volunteer work is what I'm trying to do here. It's probably not what we want. What's this writing? So this is going to be way more video than I'm actually going to need. Because really what I'm looking at is maybe like one good banner video for the homepage to splice together. But I want more than I need so that I have some options to choose from. I think we probably want to stay away from medical stuff. These are all too specific. Did you know I don't actually know that much about editing video? I know a little bit from doing my my work for class. But other than that, this is kind of new territory for me. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, this is cool. This is a lot like Creoles to Crayons. That'll work well if you can zoom in on it. That's almost exactly what Creoles to Crayons looks like. Except with much fewer tables. It's such a huge warehouse they've got. Creoles to Crayons is a, I think it's local to Boston, but they send out packages of clothing to folks in need, especially children. So when my company, BU, the marketing and communications department went over to help with that, we were packing and sorting clothes. And it was really cool because you got to like pack and sort it into different age ranges and kind of pair together what clothes you thought people would be interested in. So think like picking like 3 or 4 outfits that would kind of go together. So it was almost like being like a stylist, but from like a giant pile of Goodwill style clothes. And you'd like pitch the stuff that didn't make sense. It was really a nice day, actually. I'd love to do it again once all this COVID stuff is over. I wish I could play my real music on this stream. Did you know you can't do that on streaming? You can't just play whatever music you want? Something about copyright. But that's probably good for you because there are a couple songs I play on repeat a lot. So you'd have to listen to them over and over and over again, and you probably don't want that. Let's see what's going on in Slack. I'm doom scrolling at this point. This isn't even, this is not helpful. Let's go to charity. It's literally all the same videos. I don't know why I thought that would be any different. Oh, look at these bagels. Oh. That turned out to be a little sadder than I thought. Volunteers packing food to donate. Already got one of those. What are our other hands videos? I mean, I guess these... I don't know. It's not quite what I'm looking for. Support. No. These aren't. I wonder if they have any in Boston. That would be cool. I wish this went on a little bit longer. But it could work as like a partial shot. Where is this? I don't know where this is, but it doesn't look like Boston. Where's this supposed to be? Maybe one of these will magically be Boston. That might be a nice in-between shot. This might be interesting for like a volunteers page. Like showing people of a couple different age ranges and experience levels because of some of the stuff we were saying about how sometimes volunteering or organizing can feel overwhelming, you know? Like you don't have enough experience to do it. Yeah, I have that problem too. So Marwin's saying the only problem that she faces is the, or he actually, I don't know for sure. The only problem they face is that when you use stock video or stock photos with a hero section, it can be sometimes, because of, see how horizontal these are? Basically, when you go to crop, let's see if I can get back to like this here. Like this is a really vertical video. So just taking a screenshot of this and pretending that this is something that we're going to use in here. It's going to be really hard to use it just by itself, which is a totally fair point. Like, see how close it would zoom in if we just used that. Like, you'd basically see like her sipping the coffee. See what these ones will probably be okay. This one might be too close. I might not be able to use it. The ones that are zoomed out a little bit further, I'll probably have better luck with. I want this puppy video to work out. So my thought with this, if I can get a couple of these, is that maybe I can, oops. If I can get like 2 or 3, no, it probably wouldn't even work that way. I'd have to get a bunch of them for this to work out. You know what? No, I'm not gonna let that get me down. This is a design problem. Hero images don't have to be. They don't have to be this dimension. For the wireframes, this is okay, but the goal of the design is to work with the content I can get, right? So let's see where the get involved page is where it should be. So not there. But maybe it's like, maybe the stock videos are vertical. Maybe that would be a really cool, like maybe I just figure out some sort of way to align a couple of these. And then, like, you could do some really fun type stuff with this. It kind of mucks with my fun scale graphic idea, but the kind of nice thing about this is it's such a small site that I've got some room to play around. But I could do a fun, like a really fun layout with this. Nope, that's... That's not gonna work. You know, it's unlikely that I'll get a chance to use video like this again. I kind of want to try it. I want to see if I can use some of these more vertical assets. It'll be a good responsive design challenge, because I'll have to think about how to make these stack on mobile. But I think this is what I want to do. Oh my goodness, it's 1. Wow. It's past 1. Okay, I'm getting into design. I really oughta stop. Yeah, mosaic layout, right? Like, that would be super cool. I ought to go to bed, or I have a morning meeting with this. I'm getting too far into design at this point. I'll say that this is kind of where I'm at, and I'm gonna stop for the night and get some rest so that tomorrow I'll be able to hop back on bright and early. So I'll probably be back on around 10ish. We'll see. Might take a break in the middle of the day if it's nice out, just to get outside and get away from the computer. But I think my goal for tomorrow, so I got my goals done today. I got my wireframes, I got an IA, our story, our goals, find an event, organize an event, get involved. This is ready. Oh, I should click this share button and update the link. This is ready to share with the rest of my team. And then what I want to do tomorrow is like really finalize this design and then start building it. So that's going to be, tomorrow's going to be a big day because I really have to finish the website basically tomorrow. So that'll be a lot. But you know what? That's okay. I'm good at what I do. So I'll be able to finish this. I just need to keep an eye towards making the best of my stuff. Maybe I won't splice together video. Maybe I'll just pick one good background video to start, because I've got a tendency to have really fun ideas, but I need to make sure I'm able to leave the volunteers in a good place. So I'll do that. I feel good. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me and for keeping me sane and supported while I do this work. Tomorrow there should be a lot more going on here. So I will see you all later. I'll see you in the morning. Thanks for being here for me.